So, Douglas Murray, the Joseph Goebbels of IDF, Mossadegh, and other pro-IDF, New York Post, New York Times, shamelessly pop up and make a justification of the strip or sexual harassment against ton of men, even an underage boy, at this Gaza war. Sexual harassment or pedo thing can easily be justified if it is happen to man, even boy, I guess. When the very first case of man and boy being stripped, I remember this Mossadegh argument is all is a Hamas terrorist. All men is a Hamas terrorist that been catched by IDF. And then it's proven just a false accusation because IDF spokesperson alone said that, quote unquote, we strip the man and boy first, then ask who is who. Which then many men and boy been free because they are not Hamas and civilian. So now Douglas Murray changed the argument. His argument is, quote unquote, they can hide the bomb under their dress. Therefore, it's justified to strip the man, even an underage boy. But here is the bias. BBC said that many hijabi women exist at that place, which more easy to hide bomb in burqa than in boy t-shirt. If that is the case, because fear of the bomb, then why IDF not strip the hijabi? Seem IDF better die killed by hijabi bomber than been cancelled by feminists. Let's say even if the hijabi also been stripped, which probably female with female indoor and not been recorded, it's still hypocrisy. Why only man, even an underage boy, that been recorded in naked condition and at public and been shared all over the world?
Also, the double footage of the old man surrender twice, where at one footage the gun on the right hand and the second footage the gun on the left hand. It's clear scripted.
It not simply, quote unquote, it war for safety, we have no choice. By the point that I mentioned, there's still a probability IDF want to harass Arab or Middle East male for revenge. Arab men who they perceive as, quote unquote, rapist or sex offender, a prejudice that ex-Muslim, conservative or right wings like Douglas Murray love to frame. IDF not strip hijabi women because they are hypocrite in gender, still play woman card, in which if they strip a woman, a hijabi, like they will lose many support. And who knows, they use the quote unquote for safety from bomb excuse as a woman to do a war crime, in this case strip and harass male, even an underage boy, and then hide it in the excuse of quote unquote for safety. Who knows? Douglas give example that there is one boy who bring a bag of bomb, therefore it's justified to strip and sexually harass an underage boy. Well, it's easy to know whether the boy bring the bomb or not without need to strip him. Like Douglas Murray example, there is a bag which suspect of bomb. Okay, if the boy only wear t-shirt, tank top, and short, I don't think you need to strip the boy. And don't you think Hamas then can do it to a little girl, telling a little girl to bring a bomb? Okay, I bet if that happen, IDF will not dare to strip the little girl, and Douglas Murray, Mossadegh, or Apostate Prophet and other pro-IDF would never dare speak frontally at public to justify the strip of a little girl at war, because of male privilege. Third, Douglas Murray framed all men that at Gaza must somehow a criminal, or pro-IDF like framing all Gaza men is a rapist, quote unquote, or terrorist, quote unquote, and then use mantra word Hamas, and then tada, like every war crime IDF do is justified now because all is a terrorist. Look, if you say it's justified because on 7 one lady been stripped, the perpetrator of on that 7 October already been shot dead week before this stripping case. Okay, so if you now like justified underage boy being stripped because the face look like Arab, like it's bias. It false accusation. For Douglas Murray mock pro-Palestinian because not speak up when woman at Israel been raped, but whiny when ton of man and boy, which he labeled as terrorists, been stripped down to their underwear.
To be honest, on 7 or 8, the rape issues has not been spread yet because there's still an ambiguity, okay, and no strong evidence like footage about it. The rape issues rumors started to spread after like 3 weeks or a month after the war at Gaza.
Well, at least even radical Muslim like Muhammad Hijab doesn't have a nerve to justify a rape that happened on 7 October. It's you, pro-IDF, like Douglas Murray, Apostate Prophet, or Mossadegh, who have nerve and audacity to make a justification or even make a sexual jokes when ton of male, even an underage boy, been stripped, sexually harassed by that IDF gay or female pedo army. Even if you can see it, the evidence in front of your own eyes, while demanding us to grieve over the rape case that you listen from second hand. Look, we always ready to condemn the rape case on 7 October, okay? But with a strong, solid, valid evidence, not like a presenter who said it on TV, it's second hand, okay, or even third hand. not like saying, oh, I have the videos of testimony of rape, and when we open it, it about a scripted story, or like the title of the post write testimony of the female victim, and when I read it, it is a feminist who make it written with tone of quote unquote I know this must be happen word. Okay, let's assume that what Douglas Murray said is right, but it already proven that many men, especially underage boy, that is civil and not Hamas, already been stripped and or harassed by IDF, right? So you must count it as male and boy victim of harassment or sexual harassment at war. Okay, even to the Hamas one. Why? Because A, harassment is still harassment even if it is a criminal. Okay, don't it. B, it doesn't make the level of harassment or barbarity that IDF do suddenly perfectly gone just because it is a criminal. Like maybe can decrease a bit, but not completely dismiss the barbarity or the war crime that IDF did. Third, because if it is hijabi bomber that who's been stripped, I bet many of pro-IDF would lose their mind. Crazy how Mossadegh, feminists, shamelessly tweet the justification of strip or harassment that men, even underage boy, face at this war. This is the same anti-pedophile people, anti-sexual harassment people, who always lecture us at YouTube about how to take seriously every slightest little thing that happened to a girl. Okay, until we fear, like everything taboo, and we at that time think like, oh, this kind of people would never apply double standard if it has happened to boy. Even if the double standard happen, it's only a little bit different, right? But now they shamelessly and proudly show to us the contrast reaction, the huge disparity between the gender over the same very sensitive issues. Like now they alone proudly and loudly justified the sexual harassment that minor boy face. They don't care the trauma that boy face. So who is the real victim of rape culture and have less voice? A boy. We are proud of that. Now they alone, apostate prophet, feminist, Mossadegh and Douglas Murray, be like Ali Dahwah that they mock as a pedo. Don't come to me, demand me to grieving over one lady who been stripped half naked on 7 October. Think have listen or rights to ludicrous people who's not, and yet alone relax, justified, celebrate, even make a sexual jokes towards ton of male, even underage boy who been stripped naked by IDF. Borrowing IDF female army is saying, quote, no but, no excuse, harassment at war is still harassment, harassment at war is a war crime. Harassment at war is against humanity. Period. Include if it is happen to male and boy at Gaza. I think if IDF female army stripping an underage boy, somehow she is an angel, she is a hero, and nobody will think that this female army should get held accountable for her pedo thing, for her war crime. Yet, if it is China CCP army or a Hamas man who strip an adult IDF female army because suspect there is a hidden weapon under her dress, suddenly he is a war criminal. You know, suddenly harassment at war is unacceptable. And this guy must be held accountable, even if needed, shoot on the spot or torture or castrate, which I think this is a hypocrite mentality. Another is, if there is a crime story YouTuber who make a title like Instant Karma, the CCP China army man or Hamas man who stripped IDF female army because suspect there is a weapon hidden under her dress, and this guy get like an instant torture karma, all people would applaud and celebrate it. Like, sweet, sweet justice, or justice is served. Yet, if me make a title video, Instant Karma, IDF female army held accountable for stripping an underage boy, like, nobody give a fuck, you know. About the myth of quote-unquote female never have sexual desire, it's biased. Well, I have seen when there is a man naked festival, female gather in crowd, even take a photos or record it, and even chasing the stranger naked man to take another photos. Also, at Southeast Asia, every time there is a circumcision of an underage boy, there always a footage of nurse photos or touch naked boy in an inappropriate way at public, and it's sexual harassment, to be honest. And even US ex-staff who work for, even there is former State Department who resigned, named Josh Polis, admit that a Palestinian 13 years old underage boy been raped, and I don't know, been raped by guy or female pedo IDF army. So it showed there is a sign of possibility, okay?
October 7th in Israel was barbaric. It was savage. Yes. We've heard the stories of rape and gang rape, of children being shot to death in front of their parents. We know what's happened with more than 250 people who've been taken hostage, including babies.
I think what happened on October 7th was an absolute atrocity, was 1,000 atrocities. I think at the same time we condemn those atrocities, we have to condemn the atrocities that happen every day to Palestinians in the West Bank. You mentioned sexual violence. I was part of the human rights vetting process for arms going to Israel, and a charity called Defense of Children International Palestine drew our attention at the State Department to the sexual assault, actually the rape of a 13-year-old boy that occurred in an Israeli prison in the Mosque Bia in Jerusalem. We examined these allegations. We believe they were credible. We put them to the government of Israel. And you know what happened the next day? The IDF went into the DCIP offices and removed all their computers and declared them a terrorist entity. I think it is vital that atrocities not happen to anyone, not sexual violations, not any kind of gross violation of human rights. We are looking at a situation where there is so much dehumanification, where people are not seen for the value that they have. And I think that's true whether you're talking about those who are attacked on their kibbutz or those who are attacked in their homes in Gaza or in the West Bank. What we really need is to center the human beings who are at the core and who are suffering so much in this conflict.